Red Sox doing this suggests that they felt they had an untenable situation. And if they felt they have an untenable situation with this player, I still think they need to look in the mirror as an organization. I think Devers did not help things and was not mature during this. But they've had Devers since he's 16 and they know what his maturity level is. Uh, and that I think they handled this terribly at every step of the way. I think that they handled this terribly with this trade. We'll see historically where it is. I think any player could be traded, but I think Devers being traded this offseason after some team fails to get Kyle Tucker or Kyle Schwarber, and you're sitting there and saying, got this guy, he's half the price of Vlad Guerrero Jr. He's probably as good a hitter or almost as good a hitter as Vlad Guerrero for half the price. It's essentially free agency, and you've got to give me some compensation with some players. Could you have done better than Kyle Harrison and
Jordan Hicks.
Jordan Hicks? And like, look, we don't know the quality of the two prospects. Maybe one of them was a first round draft choice last year, so maybe it'll turn out to be something. But this feels underwhelming
Mm-hmm.
for and for a this is a franchise now that has traded Mookie Betts, bad for them. Let Xander Bogaerts walk, which turned out to be really good for them because Bogaerts has turned into a bad player with the Padres, certainly a bad hitter. And now is letting Devers go at kind of like the top of his craft in his prime after committing to him not too long ago. This isn't the Kansas City Royals and Milwaukee Brewers. This is the Boston Red Sox. So I am curious, what are they going to do with the money? How good is Kyle Harrison and especially the prospect who they got, who was first round draft choice last year? But they were in a playoff spot. So do they have like a wheel around trade here where they're, because it's like an interesting, like we're going for it. No, we're not. You trade for Garrett Crochet in the offseason. You're going for it. You just sweep the Yankees and trade Rafael Devers, who's by far your best hitter, the kind of guy who he ain't Judge, but he's Judge compared to everyone else in the lineup.
And he's Aaron Judge
Like,
to the
like,
Yankees, like when he
yeah,
faces the Yankees.
right. But I'm talking about like Devers' gap. Like Devers is the best hitter on the team. Who's the second best hitter on the Red Sox? Like, what's that gap?
Uh, yeah, I would say it's pretty sizable.
I mean, when Bregman's playing, it's probably Bregman, but he
Yeah.
ain't going to be playing for. He hasn't played for a while. He's not going to play for a while, and He's going to opt out at the end of the season. So of the entrenched guys, I mean, maybe you believe that Roman Anthony will eventually be that, or Marcelo Meyer will be that, or whatever. But like right now, I would say the gap between Devers and their second best hitter is similar to Judge and whoever you consider the second. I think the Yankees have the same thing. Like, who's the second best hitter on the Yankees?
Paul Goldschmidt right now.
Yeah, but like that's a gap.
Yeah, no.
And that's like the Red Sox gap. I mean, obviously the Yankees are never trading Judge, but like the idea of you're in the race and you're trading your best hitter, and your second best hitter is fill in the blank. Man,
And they're only six
that's
and a half games out of the AL East, too.
they're not far out of the AL East, and they've done a lot of kicking the can down the road the last few years. And at some point, you're a Boston Red Sox, and you have to say, "We're going for it," right? Like
They don't want to
that's
spend the money anymore, Joel. That's what it seems like.
yeah. It's been a strange thing. Like like what feels impossible? That the ownership group that ended the curse and won 4 championships, like it feels like that group would have statues built on every block in Boston, considering how long and how much heart and frustration the fan base, which is so unified behind the Red Sox up there, they are all red. There's no like split Mets, Yankees, Dodgers, Angel, anything like that. Everyone in Boston, New England is a diehard Red Sox fan. And you would think that ownership group would have poems, songs, and statues built and written for them, and they are now on their way to being hated, which is stunning if you live through the any portion of the curse.
The moment you let Mookie Betts walk out the door, you traded him, and then now you did this with Devers. I love it as a Yankees fan because, like, we have our own issues, but, like, that's bad. Like I would never live that down as a fan if my franchise traded away, like you said, like an Aaron Judge or someone like that two times now in the last
Yep.
10 years. It's crazy. It really is.
I mean, they got a group of young talent. If you believe that, Anthony and Meyer and
Christian Campbell,
Christian Campbell and Narvaez, like this is an interesting little group of positional talent.
Duran,
Duran
right?
has been a
Yeah,
good player, though the talk about Duran to San Diego has been real. I know it from talking to people that that's a real thing.
they would really
Uh,
trade him too.
yeah, I think
What the hell are they doing?
I think that there's a little bit of smartest boys in the room going on there where they're playing. I think they're playing chess and everyone else is playing checkers. We'll see. We'll see. But I mean,
How is Alex Cora okay with any of this?
well, we don't know if he's okay with it. But I will say, like, Alex Cora's strength is communication. And the fact he couldn't get through to Devers, that's another one I wonder about. Like, had their relationship fallen apart? It felt to me like when John Henry flies to Kansas City to meet face to face with Devers, and Devers' response isn't, I'll grab a first base glove, let's try to win. It's he
I
still is,
play third base. That's what he
or
said.
no, I'm the DH now. Like
Yes.
he flew to Kansas City like a month ago when this was at a high point again, when kind of thing. And I because like a lot of their issues would have been solved if Devers went to first base. It would have really helped them. And I don't see any reason why Devers wouldn't be as good a first baseman as Pete Alonso. I mean, he was playing third base. His problem was range and things like that. Like he could field the ball. I would think he could be a fine first baseman. This is and it's a historic move.